must admit, it's hard to label a weapon as one of the best if you haven't tried all of them. However, it would be unfair to say that a weapon is just okay when it makes your life easier in high-level plays like endurance runs, which is why there's no doubt in my mind that the POX is one of the best weapon that every tenno must have in Warframe. Hello grind team and welcome to another Warframe video. Today, your squad leader will try to talk how amazing the POX is and why I consider it to be a top tier weapon in Warframe. So, let's cut this long introduction and begin this video. So what does the POX boast? That I consider it as one of the best weapon in Warframe? Simple. It has high damage and high status chance, which is perfect for endgame levels, in normal circumstances. The POX is best utilized for stripping armor, but it's not just amazing for stripping armor but also dealing damage after that. The innate toxin procs are amazing against normal flesh enemies like corpus, meaning modding for corrosive blast can CC, strip armor, and the toxic procs bypass shields to remove corpus. Even infested enemies are no match for the POX. Like I've said earlier, I basically mod my POX with a corrosive and blast combination of elements. Now this is while I'm using normal frames, or those who have no synergy with the POX, as not only that I can strip enemy armors, but I can basically keep them in place with the help of the blast element. But when I'm using it with warframes that can utilize this weapon really well, I just stick with the corrosive setup. I just remove these two mods, primed heated charge and frostbite, and then replace it with convulsion and pistol pestilence. Now Magnum Force is personal preference, but it's really a good choice for the POX as 1, it increases its overall damage output, and 2, it seems that it doesn't affect the accuracy of this weapon at all. However, since this is a personal preference, you have the option to replace it with any other mods that you like. In fact, I'm suggesting that you equip your POX with the pistol ammo mutation for endurance runs. One big downside of using the POX is its ammo efficiency, and you need mutation mods or your carrier to take care of that. Since endgame levels are a bitch for your carrier, I suggest that you pick the ammo mutation mod. Lastly, corrosive, or corrosive plus blast combination, are not the only element that you can mod for your POX. You can play with these 90% and dual status mods to form the element you need against a certain faction. A normal POX, used by normal frames, and then modded with corrosive and blast will work like this. It keeps enemies in place with the blast element while slowly but surely stripping their armor. Not to mention that the toxin will also proc, adding to the damage dealt by this weapon. But, what if we use the POX with warframes that can utilize it well? Warframe like Mag is a big threat to enemies, as she can do tons of damage with the POX. Her magnetize lets you group enemies, and once enemies are inside the bubble, they will receive the full damage of the POX, as they are tightly grouped together, and the clouds of each POX projectile deals maximum damage to them. Not to mention that the magnetize ability gives increased damage boost, so probably, enemies will melt inside the bubble in seconds. Same goes with Vauban. He can able to group enemies and deal the full damage of the POX. The only difference with Mag is that his Vortex ability has no bonus damage, it's only for grouping purposes, but as you can see, it can able to melt the enemies with the POX in seconds. But when it comes to grouping enemies, I really prefer Nidus with his lava ability. His lava is not as good as Mag, as it has no bonus damage, it's just the same as Vauban, but the thing is, Nidus is better when it comes to mobility and survivability. With this warframe, I am able to move around, group enemies and throw some POX projectiles. The result is pretty much the same. Group enemies just melt with the POX. But the thing is, Nidus has a good overall kit compared to Vauban and Mag in my honest opinion. There are other ways to have fun with the POX. One way is using in arrows with the Jat Kitak hammer. Now I have featured this synergy in the past and it's really awesome. The finisher damage of the Jat Kitak is quite impressive, but the thing is, you'll run into problems when you are facing heavily armored units. That is where POX come to play. In this synergy, it will be your main source of stripping enemy armors so that you can be able to one-shot enemies with your hammer. Without a doubt, the POX is one of those weapons that outshines the rest of its class, so, better give some love to these infested AIDS spreading testicles. Probably, it's one of the best when it comes to stripping enemy armors in the game, and I definitely suggest that you try out POX for yourself. Before I end this video, I would just like to say that what you are seeing here is yet another Warframe synergy footage which I will release this week. It's one synergy that was suggested by one member of the grind team, and yes, it's really endurance level viable. I will give the nitty-gritty details about this synergy on my next video, but in general, it's an awesome synergy between Nidus and Octavia. I hope to see you on my next video, but before you leave, please do give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy watching it, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more Warframe videos from us. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.